Documents leaked this week reveal that the US is secretly working on a massive political interference operation in Cambodia. The US is using the exact same methods it used to create civil unrest in Hong Kong in 2019 and Bangkok in 2020 and in Moldova and Bangladesh this year and in scores of other places over recent years. How is it doing this? Well, America has various units which discreetly provide large amounts of cash and protest advice for street protests to Pentagon-friendly anti-government groups in various countries. In Cambodia, the leaked documents indicate the involvement of multiple units, including, yes, the National Endowment for Democracy, George Soros Open Society Foundation, USAID, and others. All the usual suspects. Yep, the operation follows the bog standard model of the US hybrid warfare or colour revolution technique. Now, you basically create anti-government protests and then you blame the victims and ultimately replace local leaders with pro-Washington puppets. It worked in Ukraine. It failed in Hong Kong. Now, the shocking details were revealed by the Sunday Guardian, an Indian newspaper, and followed up by the Khmer Times of Cambodia. In contrast, Western mainstream media outlets automatically cover up, downplay, or mislead readers about US hybrid warfare operations, as happened recently in Moldova, where all major Western press outlets self-censored the news about a massive US influence operation and instead reported only Russian attempts to counter it. As for the Cambodian operation, it's fascinating to see the details listed in writing in the documents revealed by the Indian newspaper. The secret political interference operation in Cambodia is being led by, quote, a cocktail of agencies situated in the US and other countries in collaboration with political dissenters in Cambodia. That's what the Indian Sunday Guardian said. It added that the aim, of course, was to execute a long-standing operation to remove the incumbent government from power and install a pro-Washington face in Phnom Penh. Now, the paper published what it said was a leaked email exchange, apparently showing that opposition leader Mu So Chua was given at least $55,000 from George Soros Open Society Foundations that would ensure major advocacy will continue till the end of 2024. Now, the cash, the email said, would sponsor anti-government activity, including for social media content creation. Yes, exactly. Another leaked document refers to operations continuing until 2028, so this is an ongoing project, and big money payments too, with cash up to $98,000. Now, the leaked email exchange also shows how the US would get the world, which means, of course, America and its allies or vassal states, get the world on its side. The details show the system is virtually a carbon copy of Washington's 2019 operation in Hong Kong. The plan is designed to create a specific pro-West anti-Asia narrative centered on weaponizing the concepts of democracy and human rights and exploiting the members of a country's overseas diaspora. The plan also involves getting a US law rubber stamped by US Congress and approaching the usual US vassal states or allies in the region. I'm talking about Japan, South Korea, Australia and New Zealand. And of course, the paper says there would be international sanctions on people in the Cambodian government for human rights violations. Yeah, we saw all that in Hong Kong in 2019-2020. Now, the actual wording of the email exchange between the Cambodian opposition leader and a pro-US group, the exchange was in July this year. It provides details of specific steps of the operation. It would get US Congress to pass the Cambodian Human Rights and Democracy Act. Yeah, just like the Hong Kong Act that was passed. It would mobilize Cambodian diaspora to support the Khmer movement for democracy and participate in democracy activities. Now, this is always a clever step because these people's ethnicity implies a degree of authenticity. But of course, they only have the Western media narrative, which they push. The steps say would contact the Australia and New Zealand governments to present the human rights situation in Cambodia. It would mobilize the Cambodian communities in Japan, South Korea, to join the Khmer movement for democracy and participate in democracy activities. All the usual stuff. It would also advocate for EU Parliament for resolutions on Cambodia, and it would push for targeted sanctions by the EU against high-ranking officials of the Cambodian government for grave violations of human rights and corruption. All the usual stuff, right? And let's not forget this same US program of illegal and immoral political interference was used in Indonesia recently, as the excellent Mint Press News revealed. Now, what's behind all this? Well, the US in a 1992 defense policy document declared that it and it alone should be the dominant power over the people of Asia. And since then, it's worked very hard to achieve this aim, using this, secret political interference, media demonization of competitor nations, and of course military shows of strength. But China's alternative plan, offering a multipolar world in which countries have positive relationships based on mutually beneficial trading operations, now that's got growing support. But what to do about all this? Urgent action is needed. It's absolutely vital that every government in Asia immediately gets consultants who can dig up these secret hybrid warfare operatives in their country. If they fail to do this, look at Ukraine for the result. If you want help, contact me. I'll put you in touch with the right people. And then maybe we have a chance of achieving peace.